Hey guys, what's going on? Arkel here. So I wanted to make a video today on how to spend and buy gems wisely or intelligently. So there are so many videos that I see of people who do stuff like rolling for dupes or spending when there's non-spend bazaar events or buying when there's no runes given and things like that. And it kind of breaks my heart a little bit to see so much waste going on. So almost no one has money just raining on them. People work hard for it. Then they look at YouTube videos and they don't see examples of intelligent spending. And then they go and they waste their hard-earned money. So I just want to show that there's a better way to go about all this. So the first thing is we're gonna talk about buying gems. So when you buy gems these days, at least for the past few months, since maybe around New Year or something, it's very easy to just wait for some good incentives to buy. So IGG is now giving a lot of free fame as you buy, so you get that in the form of runes. So one of the things that I do personally, and I guess the threshold just depends on you and how much you're willing to spend, let's say $100 on something that might give you just a little bit of fame. So for me, I don't even consider it unless there is at least 3,000 fame being given either in runes or anything else. So this actually happens often enough that you don't have to wait very long before you buy, before you have a chance to buy with those incentives. So I would just, be patient a little bit, and if you wait a day or two more, it's not the end of the world, but you're gonna get a lot more out of your $100. You're gonna get sometimes weeks of fame in incentives. So usually I would think that for most people these incentives of buying with giving runes happen more often than most people are going to be willing to spend anyway. So it's really just about being patient and waiting for the right event. So I would also urge you to not be tempted by small amounts of fame. So what I mean by this is, if you look at something like this here, limited time offers. So if you look at the $50 here, you'll see that if you get this, you get 1,000 fame. But that's not quite that much when you have other events for twice the price. But you get 6 level 8 talent runes, which are worth in total 7,200 in fame. So for twice the price, you actually get 7 times the amount. So it's much better. So I would try to not be tempted by this too much unless you really have to buy something today and then you just aim for that one. But yeah, I wouldn't make this my decision that I wait for. I would wait for something that has more incentive. So another thing is that I would also urge you not to be tempted by the opening events. So if you go here and you look and you have a bunch of events here and you see, oh man, there's a treasure chest right here, and there's do you want to clash a snowman right here? So I'll open and I'll hope to get a level 5 talent chest or demo or Michael, Heartbreaker, all that. I would say do not do that. These events now rarely give anything anymore. So when I did get demo, I actually had 144 openings to do. And out of that, I got absolutely nothing except one Michael. It's completely ridiculous how bad these events are now. So don't buy just for these events. Just get them as a bonus and be happy if you get something out of it. But I would not put my money on these events. So now what happens for me is that I never hope for anything out of these, and I'm never disappointed because I never get anything out of these. So if I do get something which is very, very, very rare, then I'll just be happy about it. But these I consider like nothing now. I don't even consider them as a chance of getting heroes. So another thing that I would say is that you should definitely start watching out for the new bingo event that gives a level 3 revitalized crest, just like iOS always had. So they finally heard us. We have had this issue for a long time where iOS has level 3, so essentially you get 4 times the amount of crests from that one event, and it's one of the most important crests. When you get one level 5, it gives so many options that you wouldn't normally have. So I'm really happy that they heard us and that they changed it to be a level 3 now. So I would keep an eye out for that. If you're looking to spend, a level 3 revitalized crest is nothing to be, you know, it's nothing to I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but yeah, it's a really good thing to have. So I would watch out for that. So all of these, when it comes to buying gems, those will all help tremendously in your account advancement. And really, if you're gonna spend gems, you really should be looking at advancing your account more than anything else. Alright, so that's pretty much it about buying gems. Now let's talk a little bit about spending gems. It's not because you have gems in your account that you need to spend it right away. So you can also do this very intelligently. So one of the things that I'll mention at first is these things here. So these come around maybe once a week on average, and those are really great because when you have gems, you will be spending them. Some way or another, you will be spending them. So if you look here, you actually get for the 20,000 a nice mystery crest bag level 3. It's not the greatest thing, but when you get lucky on those, it counts. It counts a lot. So the 35 is where it's really starting to get interesting. So here you get a crest set pack level 3. So when you get lucky on those, that is really, really awesome. You don't always get lucky, but you do sometimes. And the level 7 talent runes here is the equivalent of 1800 in fame. So you're just spending your gems here, trying to get talents, trying to get heroes, trying to sweep and get shards, doing whatever you want, but you get these as a bonus. So this is really something to watch out for, and it's definitely worth keeping your gems until you can get this event and get all that for free, basically. And if you have enough, then you can go for the 60,000, which is an additional 2,000 in fame, and you also get these. So those are 2 more crest set pack level 3s, and when you get lucky on those, it really, really counts. Like a Bulwark, War God, Revitalized, things like that. So you also get these. They're not, you know, the greatest thing to have, just 10 of them, but it still counts. It's 2,000 shards extra, and this is all for free. So I would count this as the most important thing to wait for because of all the free fame for just spending your gems. So another thing also is I would not be tempted by the Uncover the Treasure event. So we don't actually have one right now, but Uncover the Treasure it sucks like no other event. Like, it's not worth spending gems on that at all. It should not even count as an incentive. All you're gonna get is HB and merits, and that is worth almost nothing. So I would not use this event to justify spending all those gems. So yeah, so I would basically spend only on things that are sure to advance your account as much as possible. There is a gambling aspect to the game, of course, but I would not count only on that. So also, I would try not to go down to no gems. So what I always try to do is keep at least 10,000 gems in order to be able to slow play them for daily stuff. So that means Lost Realm for refreshes and more XP and leveling up. And you can also buy a level 2 crest from the merchant, etc. So yeah, I would definitely keep some so that I'm able to slow play them and not be blocked from these things. They really help a lot for the account advancement. And yeah, so for spending gems, instead of rolling for dupes and all that, so I'm gonna go ahead and show some examples here of me sweeping 610 during the spend event that we had right here, and all the results that I got from it. So I'm gonna cut here and show you all the screenshots that I took while I was sweeping everything. So one thing to keep in mind is that every screenshot except one where I swept like half of it, but every screenshot is a full sweep of 8.4 million gold that you see up there. So that means that it's about 32 refreshes and about 3,200 gems. So let me just cut right here and get to all the screenshots and I'll show you everything. Alright, so as you can see with all those screenshots, the total tally of all this is that I get 1.97 times the gem investment in shards. So that's basically twice as many shards as you invest gems. So if you want to get a dupe, for example, instead of going and spending 70,000 gems on trying to get another Heartbreaker and wasting all of that, you can actually get any dupe you want just by getting the 20,000 shards that you need for the evolution of that dupe that you would have otherwise gotten. So on average it costs about 10,140 gems for getting a dupe of your choice. You can even change your mind, so it's arguably even better. If you were rolling for, let's say, Heartbreaker, and instead you get a Michael, well, you don't have a choice. Your Michael is the one that you get. But once you have the shards, you can change your mind and go Michael or Heartbreaker depending on what you decide that day. So that's why I think it's arguably better. One thing that is irrefutably better is that you also get a ton of XP. So for this session here that I showed, I got about 256 million in XP for that session. So that's just about enough to bring two heroes all the way from 180 to 200. And that counts. Do that a few times, you get a ton of shards, you get a lot of your heroes up to 200, and you get your might up if you need to do that. I'm actually trying to keep mine in check for now, but yeah, so it's completely and so it's just so much better to sweep instead of trying to get dupes. It's ridiculous the difference. So please, if you want to advance your account, don't consider rolling for a dupe. Get the original hero and then just go for shards, go for XP, sweep everything. Try to get your dungeons up so you can sweep the higher ones, things like that. So yeah, so that's mostly it about the spending aspect. So other rules of thumb here that I would go along is I would try to use the rolling system when you don't have a hero at all. So the rest I would sweep for everything, for evolution, for double evolution, it doesn't matter, but I would only use the rolling system when I don't have a choice, when you don't have the hero yet. And I would try to also maximize this if you are the type of person that doesn't spend all that much or waits and does it you know, rarely or whatever. So I would maximize by using those, you know, we could argue that it's a broken system with the amount of heroes that are there now. Very hard to get what you want. So you can actually maximize this if you wait until there's quite a few heroes that you don't have, and then you go into rolling either for heroes or for talents. So when you need more than one, then it's much easier to get at least one of the ones that you need. So over time, if you concentrate on doing these kinds of rules and, you know, respecting that you don't buy without incentives, you don't spend without incentives, you can end up with much better heroes for much less money. And yeah, so that's pretty much all of what I wanted to say. So I hope this was informative to you. I hope this helps in seeing less waste also. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. And that'll be it for this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep clashing.